Felix's Back Room, nerve center for the Mafia rackets in the French Quarter during the heydays of the 1920s to the 1960s. The Mafia started in Sicily. Sicily is an island at the crossroads of the Mediterranean. The Sicilians have been invaded, conquered, and oppressed for 1,000 years. In the 13th century, or maybe it was the 15th, men began to band together in families under a don or patron. They swore a blood oath of omerta, silence. He who sees nothing, hears nothing, and speaks nothing leads a long and peaceful life. The families provided protection against the oppressor. They enforced their own laws, dispensed their own justice. They were a shadow government. Violate the code of omerta, your throat will be slit, your tongue cut out, and your package will be shoved in your mouth. Here's an example of how it worked. A butcher wants to buy some meat from a farmer. The government wants to tax the transaction on top of the already oppressive taxes. The butcher is worried the meat will be rotten. The farmer is worried he won't be paid. The Mafia, for a fee less than the tax, ensures the meat won't be rotten and the farmer will get paid. What was it like back in the day here in the Quarter? People hurrying to or from work could bet on a horse or play the lottery at dozens of places in the Quarter. Everyone played the Italian lottery. Pick 3 numbers, bet a dime, win $54, a fortune. Hit a high pinball score, collect your winnings at the bar. Dozens of runners crisscross the Quarter, phoning in bets, picking up money, and dropping off winnings. Dozens of newsstands sold inchy mud and muggle, cocaine, opium, and marijuana, along with Dr. Nut, a local soft drink. Hard to say what the Mafia actually owned, but if you had a business, you got your jukebox, pinball, slot, cigarette machines, and entertainers through Mafia businesses. You got a cut, and the runners used your phone. Carlos Marcello, Mafia Don for 3 decades, was a great supporter of politicians, judges, and police chiefs. He always carried a fat roll of 20s for the cops on the beat. The Mafia helped elect Huey Long governor in 1928. He's the father of new modern Louisiana. Huey built roads and bridges, hospitals and schools. The state bought textbooks so poor kids could go to school for the first time. Huey also brought the New York Mafia's slot machines to Louisiana. New York Mayor LaGuardia was throwing them in the river. The New Orleans Mafia controlled the machines. Huey's cut a month, $22,000, almost $500,000 in today's money, for his deduct box. Government-private sector cooperation, Louisiana style. Huey said, quote, "Someday Louisianans are going to get good government, and they ain't going to like it." Under Carlos Marcello, Mafia revenues were an estimated $2 billion by the 1950s. Not bad for a self-described tomato salesman. The New Orleans Mafia unraveled in the 60s. The Kennedy brothers targeted Marcello relentlessly. By 1968, both Kennedys were gone. Carlos Marcello died peacefully in his bed in 1993. He was 83 years old.